Welcome back, Guardian. Today we're going to learn a lot about speed killing, which is a lot different from speed running, because in speed killing it involves clearing out all the ads, and it's probably one of the most underappreciated or unrecognized roles on a fire team when you do it effectively. People don't realize how much easier their job and how easier the strike is going along when you're speed killing effectively on a team. I'm going to show you the build that I'm using and the exact strategy that I use, so I'll put that screenshot up and also show you again while rockets are still the king. Let's hop into it and get started, and I'll explain to you what I'm doing every time I run the Broodhold. So the first ad you want to pay attention to is going to be this dreg. You're going to dump a lot of rockets on this first wave because it's not going to matter. If you have armaments on, you're going to get so many rockets, you're going to get them right back. The second one is going to be this sniper to the right. The reason you want to take all these ads out really quickly, with the rocket especially, is because you don't want to have any risk of them living because they get tethered by the servitor. And if you have a sniper and a bunch of dregs tethered throwing grenades at you, it just makes it a huge headache and can cause deaths basically. So try to knock them out before they get tethered. That's your immediate thing. They're going to run the exact same position every time you start the strike, so just knock them out ASAP. Second thing you want to do is go to the left. If you're not using an unstoppable weapon, call it out to your teammate to hit the unstoppable with it and help you kind of just take this guy out really quickly and clear the entire left side. Use a lot of rockets. If you have Telesto, I highly recommend somebody on the team always have Telesto. After you get done taking the entire left side out, move along to the right side, shoot a rocket over there to take out those 3 ads. If your team's not finished with the servitor, then help them with that and then move forward. Now the second unstoppable is going to be at the very back of the map. The first thing you want to do though is not even worry about that unstoppable if you're that speed killer on your team. You want to take out these back ads, but your teammate with the ranged weapon needs to hit that orange bar sniper, because if you don't, he can one-shot you if you don't have 3 major resist on. And you can see these 2 minor and 3 majors going to work right now against that grenade and that rift, which would have killed me without that. I'm trying to kill the orange bar, but Telesto has lack of range now. It just spreads out too much because of the nerf, and it just doesn't reach out as much, so I'm not able to kill it. And I left this footage in to show you how crucial that it is that you do kill it, because the 2 teammates don't even know it's up right now. And then that orange bar sniper is still up to the right, shoots across the map, and then kills somebody, and now we have wasted a revive because of that. And that's why it's important that whoever has that ranged weapon on, clear out those acolytes first. Now here's the order of the rockets you want to shoot on this second wave, and how much easier it's going to make this strike just fly by and make it a lot easier on your teammates, and they probably won't even realize how much easier it's going. You're going to take out the 2 Vandal snipers if there's only 1 left or whatever, which is what happened in that situation. Your second rocket's going to go to the dregs, and your third one is going to be these kind of hidden acolytes in the back. So there's 1 boom on the Vandals, boom again on the dregs, and then these hidden acolytes in the back, and you've cleared out the entire area except for the champion. And now all you got to do is go just wipe out that champion and keep moving forward to the second champion that's going to be later on, which will be right here, which is an easy takeout. I'm also going to show you how you can dodge them, but this dodge only works with a higher mobility value and when you're on a more level terrain. So I'm going to back this up and let you see it one more time. All you got to do, it's really simple. You just hop up and down and figure out where the spread of their bullets is, as you're seeing right here. It's got to be on the right kind of terrain though. If you do this on any type of, like, downward slope terrain or whatever where you can't get a lot of height in it, it's not going to proc them to shoot above your head, but you can jump over and make them shoot up above, and you won't even get hit by them the entire time. But it's got to be in the right situation. Just a little tip while we're going through this Broodhold. So take that guy out and then move along to the next champion, which is going to be this servitor up here and a bunch of thrall. Use these thrall for armament situations. So throw a grenade at them, get your armaments, and prep your rockets for the next wave you're going to be coming to. Servitors are really easy to kill, so just knock that guy out. Now, if you're on a hunter, I'm going to show you where you can plant a perfect tether, and it's going to be right there at the leg of that structure, right to the right where the arrow is. If you shoot a tether right there, it'll catch majority, if not all, of the hidden acolytes and the ones you can see. The person that I'm with didn't know the strategy. He shot it to the right, but if it would have gone to the left where that far left one's tethered, it could have hit all of those, and then 1 rocket would have blown all of them to pieces. But the first champion you want to take out is the one right there. You want to go and take out the bottom crew of ads first, and don't go to the unstoppable. Most people run left and try to take out the unstoppable first, but take out that champion, the anti-barrier first, and then you're going to have a bunch of thrall come out, use them for armaments again, and then what you're going to do is head to the left side and then start taking out ads that are on the lower part of the mountain, because they throw grenades constantly the entire time. And then your other teammate is going to use their ranged weapon or Ariana to take out the solar wizards on top, not touching the unstoppable ogre yet. Then you're going to go to the second champ to kill, which is going to be that ogre, the unstoppable, which I don't have an unstoppable weapon right now, and this is where my 3 major resists are going to come in handy. Major Resist and Grandmaster are used for getaway or dodge mods, basically, to take extra shots when you're trying to get away. If you're stuck in situations like that, it's better to have that as just like that second chance or that oh shit moment that happens to get back in the fight. Once you've killed the ogre and all the wizards in the lower level of acolytes, the only ad you have left is that champion up top. Use your armaments after you kill him and go dump that thing in and head down to the back of the map. This is when you're going to head to the left side and kill the 4th champion. You can actually take this champion out by yourself, doing the same thing I just taught you earlier, the jump method, but since the terrain kind of goes downhill, make sure you kind of have an upward angle on him if you're trying to do that dodge technique, because he will hit you straight up, unless you have a really high mobility value. Once you kill that champion, take out the other ads across from him. There's going to be acolytes and that arc bar knight. Take that guy out and then head down and kill your 5th champ, which you can head glitch by just going down in that little ravine or that little ditch thing. You can kind of just head glitch him and take him out. In this situation, I don't have any heavy ammo yet, so I need to use my hive armaments, so I'm going to take a little bit of damage off that thrall before we go with the unstoppable, get a little bit heavy ammo just to help me out in this entire encounter. He's really easy to take out. Most unstoppables are, if you have an unstoppable weapon especially. If you're using unstoppable melee on ogres, it's a hit or miss 50-50, so I don't recommend using unstoppable melee on ogres. Now with this part, all of the thrall and the cursed thrall are all going to come to you. So just take them out as they come to you, and then make sure that you walk forward a little bit just to aggro the Shrieker. Don't walk too far, and make sure you have something to duck behind because they shoot really fast in Grandmaster. The higher the difficulty, the faster the ads shoot and move around. Once you take out that Shrieker, just wait a second. Wait for the 2 Acolyte snipers to come out and get your rocket ready. Fire it right across the map, and boom, you take them out really easily. Once you've killed them, just head right across the map to draw out the other remainder thrall that are going to be in this entire area. They're going to follow you around, so you don't have to stand there too long, just long enough for them to proc, and then you can back up so you don't get hit by the 2 champions. After that, you've cleared every ad in this entire area. You can use rocket cell 2. You can also use grenades to refill your heavy ammo up for the champion that you're about to see. The first champion that I recommend you kill is going to be one at the very top. Just have your Ariana player stand back. If you want to go ahead and use your super right here, you can go ahead and do that too, because the next time you're going to need a super is going to be on the anti-barrier during the boss fight. So you can go ahead and completely waste it on this champion or the next one, but either way, the second champion's real easy. If you are using Telesto, fire a prep shot. That's what I call them. It's where you prep them to where they're about to put their shield up, but they haven't done it yet until you do the second shot on them. And then do the second shot when you jump up and just bum rush that guy and kill him. He's really easy to kill. A lot of champions are really easy to kill like that. Even some champions you think would just melt you instantly, like Cabal LMG champs, you can really just bum rush them if you're on a squad. When the boss goes away, you're going to have your 2 unstoppable ogres left over, and you can have a tether person, tether the bridge if you want to, fill up your heavy ammo. Recuperation works really nice here because there's a lot of orbs going around if you're using a tether hunter on your team. But basically you can just sit back the whole time. They actually don't even come across the bridge. The second ogre will come about 3/4 of the way there, and then it kind of stops and starts walking backwards and stuff, so they don't actually come fully across, but they're easy to take out. Now we're at the boss phase. This is broken up into 4 sections. It's easier said than done though. A lot of survival going on. You gotta make sure you're hidden whenever the flame wall's going on, and make sure you're jumping away or strafing away whenever the void floor goes off, the spikes and stuff. It's gonna have 2 waves of thrall, and then 2 waves of acolytes. The second wave of acolytes is going to have an anti-barrier though, but let's break it down one at a time. So don't waste all of your best ammo on the boss this first half. Save majority of it for the ads, especially the acolyte phase. That way if things go wrong, you have plenty of Telesto ammo or your most powerful ammo to immediately take out the ads quick. Ad control and making sure you're hidden or jumping away basically whenever the void floor is going off. If you have the vibration turned on your control, I highly recommend that because it'll vibrate to let you know when you need to jump away or right before you need to basically, so it kind of gives you a hint. But you're going to have those 2 waves of thrall. Make sure you get those grenades you can stand inside of, again for armaments or just protection if they collapse on top of you, things like that. And make sure that you have plenty of ammo for the acolyte phase. Whenever that starts, if you have somebody with anarchy on your team, have them planted on each doorway so when the acolytes come out, you can use that and your rocket cell build, and the boss will normally go towards that back area whenever those acolytes are going to come out, so you can kind of judge it based on that. But what I recommend is have 2 of your teammates doing boss damage, while if you're the main ad clear person, you go ahead and prep and start looking that way for the ads to come out so you're good and ready, and as soon as they do, throw your rocket cell out, throw a rocket behind it. That mixed with the anarchy will take everybody out in that one rocket. After that, you're going to do a little bit more boss DPS, and then the second wave of acolytes will come out with the anti-barrier. It might take 2 rockets that time, So again, use a rocket cell and a rocket. That's another reason that I like the high blast, because it damages a ton of the adds, and then when you mix that with the rocket cell and the mass explosion that it does, mixed with that first rocket damage and the blast that it does, it will take everybody out with that second rocket in that cell. And then the entire ad situation's over with. You don't have a bunch of ads running around and risking death or any hiding acolytes throwing grenades at you and stuff. That's why it's important to learn how to mass ad clear and speed kill in Grandmaster, so you can take care of situations right when it happens, and that's how you increase your kill count number. And then again, Sleepless God roll, that field prep and cluster to just shit on this champion all by yourself if you need to. But the trick to the anti-barrier is make sure you're doing a melt phase when the boss isn't doing the void floor. So as soon as the boss gets done doing the void floor phase, then try to find a good spot to melt it. It's easier said than done, and be careful here because the floor is bugged on the second half of the strike. You can see that I'm getting damaged when there's not any spikes up. That will happen, and that guy died from it and I died from it. So try to get that revive if you do go down there and just immediately jump away from it. Now you're going to be at the melt phase. That's after you kill the anti-barrier. The next damage phase is going to be when you're going to use your super, but save your super last because you're going to wait for the flame wall to come up to do the finisher, because you're going to use your super to have armor to be able to tank that flame wall so you don't get killed while you're in the super basically. And that's how you're going to take both the bosses out. And if both of them still aren't dead, you can just, use a rocket or whatever to finish it off. But 2 tethers and my super pretty much killed them, but I had to hit the wall to kind of dodge sideways because I didn't know if that was actually going to kill me or not. Then I found out it wasn't. But that is how you do the entire Broodhold speed clearing and doing the most clutch situations of ad control, so you can control every situation. And I promise you, half the time, people won't even realize how you're getting all your kills. They're going to be like, oh, you must be killing a lot of thrall. It's all about getting in there, having the perfect strategy, putting yourself in situations that are risky, but knowing how to pull it off to help your team survive and keep flowing through the entire areas from one episode of the strike to another, and just going in a perfect order constantly of knowing what to do. And that's really what speed killing is all about, and why I love it, because it's all about perfect strategy and trying to formulate those perfect tactics to basically just increase your kill count number and feel like a damn beast while you're doing it. A good team still takes more than just one speed killer. You still gotta all have your own specific role, but as far as speed clearing, that's how you do the Broodhold and how you take care of the job that you're gonna be playing. That way everybody else can kind of do their roles and cover you with support while you're trying to clear and keep carving your way through the strike. But hopefully that helps you out. If you have a squad trying to do Broodhold, share this with them. That way you can study it before you go in, try to pull off some of those tactics yourself, and also try to formulate your own strategies as well, because that's really all speed killing is about, is trying to figure out ways you can fit in, be a little bit riskier than the other players, but making sure you can pull those strategies off with practice over and over again, and eventually you get it, and you don't know any other way, basically. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here, Guardian. Hopefully you found that useful. If you want to join our Discord, chat with other Beast Guardians as well as myself, you can talk to me there anytime. You can also join our Beast Squad to help support this channel. But my name is Ristopheles, and I will see you all in the next video next time.
In space.